celebrities take some very extreme measures when it comes to protecting their privacy. But if you want to go party with Scott Disick, apparently you have to sign a non-disclosure agreement first. What does this even mean?
Non-disclosure agreement. So think about a company that develops a patent or something, and they have this proprietary information. You go to work for that company, they very well may ask you to sign a non-disclosure agreement. But we're seeing these agreements now, they're not just companies, they're celebrities, high-profile people. When they hire their chef, they hire their nanny, they hire their security guards. They don't want to see pictures of their home show up on social media. They don't want to see themselves, hanging out with
And that's not unreasonable.
young girls.
Because, by the way, I do that. Because when people come into my home and they are in my house and in my family and in my thing, I think it's not unreasonable to say, what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas.
But you don't have them sign a non-disclosure, do you?
To walk, to step foot in your house?
You have a non-disclosure?
I do, because also I have a high conflict divorce and things going on. So I need to protect myself, my privacy, my family.
But is this for anyone that enters your home?
Mostly child care providers.
So staff, people that you hire.
Child care providers, not my
I'm sitting here thinking you're having a dinner party, and what's going on at these dinner parties?
I'm thinking I wanted to be invited over, but now I'm rethinking it because I have to hire a lawyer to create one of these agreements.
It's not unreasonable for the men in my life don't have to sign.
Let me give some context of this story.
That's different.
Employee type of
But it's not just somebody with a patent.
Let me just tell you about this story. This is Scott Disick hanging out at a resort, saying that girls that want to hang out with him, and we've been told that they're college-age students, have to drop their cell phone at the door, sign this non-disclosure agreement because he doesn't want his baby's mama to see him hanging out with these young girls.
Sounds like a really healthy lifestyle. Sounds like
is it working to protect them from...
And another good point about these non-disclosure agreements, in the context of a company, you can see it, but if the celebrity asks the nanny to sign one of the nanny breaches, what are you going to get by suing the nanny?
Nothing.
Or some college student that happens to take a picture of...
Well, the reality is we're seeing more and more of these types of disclosure agreements used by high-profile people, and some I think are very valid. But some, when you think about a guy that just wants to hang out with a young girl, if you make your life and you're living on social media, really, do you really need a non-disclosure agreement?
To me, it sounds sad. If you're that worried about everyone hanging out with you, just
maybe you don't want to hang out with that person.
Maybe.
Just say no.
Reba, thank you so very much. Go ahead.
Thank you.